Bills Mafia, what's up? You already know, the Buffalo Bills are always looking for ways to improve, to push forward, and to bring that Lombardi trophy home where it belongs. And today we've got huge news for you about the latest moves the team has made to strengthen its roster. Before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a second of the action. Alright, let's get into it. The Buffalo Bills have been making waves this offseason, and one of their biggest moves so far has been signing five-time Pro Bowler Joey Bosa. After parting ways with veteran Von Miller, the Bills needed a new impact player on the edge, and they wasted no time bringing in Bosa on a one-year, $12.6 million deal. But here's the thing. This move has been met with mixed reactions. ESPN's Seth Walder gave the deal a B grade, citing concerns about Bosa's age and injury history. And let's be honest, those concerns aren't entirely unfounded. Bosa turns 30 in July and has only played in 28 games over the last 3 seasons. Last year, he appeared in 14 games but only played about 50% of the snaps. That being said, when healthy, Bosa has shown he can still be a game changer. The Bills are betting that he can stay on the field and bring back the dominant pass rushing ability that made him one of the best in the league. Let's take a closer look at Bosa's production. The Bills need pressures and sacks, especially with the AFC stacked with elite quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Patrick Mahomes. However, Bosa's pass rush win rate has been declining. Last season, he posted a win rate of around 13%, which is significantly lower than the league's top edge rushers. To put it in perspective, Houston's Danielle Hunter led the league at 26%, while the 20th ranked rusher, Will McDonald IV, had a 16% win rate. Bosa's 5 sacks and 2 forced fumbles last season don't exactly scream dominance, but the Bills are hoping he still has some gas left in the tank. Buffalo is betting on its elite defensive coaching staff to help Bosa reclaim his previous form. If he can return to even 80% of his prime self, he could be a serious problem for opposing quarterbacks. The Bills need more than just an average rusher. They need a playmaker. So is this a risky move? Absolutely. But if Bosa can stay healthy and regain some of his old form, this could turn out to be a steal for Buffalo. Let's zoom out and look at the Bills' entire offseason approach. After another heartbreaking playoff loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, the front office knew they had to make serious moves to keep this team in Super Bowl contention. They started by locking in their core, extending key players like Josh Allen, Khalil Shakir, and Terrell Bernard. Then they added a home run threat at wide receiver in Joshua Palmer from the Chargers, and of course, they brought in Joey Bosa to help bolster the pass rush. But is that enough? CBS Sports recently graded the Bills' free agency moves so far as a B, solid, but not groundbreaking. While keeping their own players and adding a few key pieces is a good start, there are still some glaring holes, particularly in the secondary. Buffalo's defense is already strong, but they could use another cornerback to solidify their coverage against top AFC receivers. The Bills could still look to add another receiver either through free agency or the draft. Defensively, there are gaps that could be addressed in the draft as well. The Bosa signing might mean they pass on an edge rusher in the first round, shifting their focus to cornerback instead. One lingering question is James Cook's contract. The Bills need to get that deal done sooner rather than later. He's been a key piece in the offense, and ensuring his future in Buffalo should be a priority. Buffalo's front office has done a good job so far, but the work isn't done. The AFC is only getting tougher, and the Bills have to make sure they don't fall behind. The Buffalo Bills needed another weapon for Josh Allen this offseason after yet another playoff heartbreak against the Kansas City Chiefs. The debate in Bills Mafia was intense. Should the team go all in for a bona fide WR1 like T. Higgins, or should they prioritize speed and versatility? Ultimately, Buffalo landed on Joshua Palmer, a player who might not have the star power of Higgins but brings an intriguing skill set to the offense. Palmer, in his 4 years with the Los Angeles Chargers, proved to be a productive receiver, totaling 2,187 yards and 10 touchdowns. But beyond the stats, there's one thing he takes immense pride in, and it's something that should be music to Josh Allen's ears. I take a lot of pride in being able to run the entire route tree, Palmer said. Being able to be outside, inside, the ability to stop, to go deep. win in different situations. So being able to run a slant route but 5 different ways. If I have to, I take a lot of pride in that, in the way I train and the way I work out and the way I approach the offense and the scheme. That level of versatility is something the Bills don't currently have at the receiver position. Well, they did, but not anymore. At mid-season last year, the Bills made a bold move by acquiring 5-time Pro Bowler Amari Cooper in a trade. Known for his precise route running, Cooper was expected to bring a level of technical excellence to Buffalo's passing game. And if the debate is about the best route technician, Cooper probably wins it. But here's the catch. Cooper's production in Buffalo left much to be desired. He averaged only about 2 catches per game, never quite finding his rhythm in the offense. The Bills ultimately decided to move on, choosing to build around younger, more versatile weapons. Now let's talk about what Palmer brings that makes him such an interesting addition to Buffalo's offense. Khalil Shakir thrives in the slot, Keon Coleman is said to be an outside receiver, and Curtis Samuel can be used in multiple ways. But Palmer, he's a receiver who can do it all. Joe Brady now has an offensive chess piece. He can move anywhere in the formation. Need a deep threat? Palmer's got home run speed. Need a guy who can run crisp, effective routes? He prides himself on it. Need someone who can adjust on the fly and win in different ways? That's his specialty. With Palmer in the mix, Buffalo gains a level of unpredictability that will make game planning against them much tougher for defenses across the league. The Bills have been aggressive this offseason, locking in key players like Josh Allen, Khalil Shakir, and Terrell Bernard while making strategic additions to strengthen the roster. But the question remains, have they done enough? With the departure of Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis, the Bills' receiving core looks very different heading into the new season. They now feature a mix of youth, speed, and versatility. The addition of Palmer might not have been the splashiest move, but it could prove to be one of the most important. Defensively, the Bills still have some question marks, particularly in the secondary. There's a chance they address those gaps in the upcoming draft, possibly targeting a cornerback early. And of course, James Cook's contract situation still needs to be resolved sooner rather than later. So, Bills Mafia, what do you think? Was signing Joey Bosa the right move, or should the Bills have looked elsewhere? Have the Bills done enough in free agency to finally get over that playoff hump? What other moves would you like to see before the season starts? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update on your Buffalo Bills. This is your home for all things Bills, and we'll see you in the next one. Go Bills!